Tampa Bay Lightning, Montreal Canadiens, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. We've got your game summary coming up. All right, Paul, I need another confessional moment. My predictions in this series have gone from bad to worse to worse. And I think I need to come to terms with this. I'm not prepared to give up Montreal yet, so I'm going to say Game 3, I think it's going to be 1-0. I think it's going to be a closer game, 1-0. Montreal. And I'm not prepared to give up Montreal yet. 1-0 Montreal. And this is not going to be a sweep. I'm still sticking by that. 1-0 Montreal. And I'm not prepared to give up Montreal yet. 1-0 Montreal. And I'm not prepared to say that Montreal is just going to get ran out of town and pushed out of Dodge quite so fast. 1-0 Montreal. And Paul, I need to start off by just taking a little trip down memory lane, and this is like memory before you and me. This goes way back. Stanley Cup Finals, 1942. Toronto Maple Leafs, Detroit Red Wings. Detroit went out got off to the quick start, won the first 3 games, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. Toronto Maple Leafs turned it around, won 4 straight games, took the Stanley Cup 4-3 after being down 3-0. Paul, would you believe it? That's the last time a team has come back from a 3-0 deficit in the Stanley Cup Finals. Is there any chance for the Montreal Canadiens this series?
Doesn't look like it. Certainly when your biggest game of the year is like that and you throw in a clunker like that one, ooh, that was ugly to watch. Like watching shooting fish in a barrel. It was terrible. Just terrible. I can't believe the team came out as flat as they did.
Absolutely, Paul. And I think the tough thing here for the Habs is that this was just a Tampa Bay victory in every sense. Shot accuracy, inside goals, perimeter goals, hits. The Bolts won this game across the board. If I'm Montreal, I just don't know what positives there are to take from this. It just feels like, there are so many missed opportunities. And the opportunities they have, they're not capitalizing, and they're fanning on so many shots. They're missing the good shots. You talked last time about being a difference of quality of opportunity, and like this game was a showcase for exactly what you were saying there.
Yeah, this clearly is the biggest game of the year. They're in front of their home fans now, albeit they're not a full arena. But they're still coming home. They've got all that momentum. They got their coach back tonight. All the momentum signs were pushing towards them at least putting in a decent showing tonight. Maybe they don't win, but to come out as flat as they did, they were awful. Carey Price couldn't stop a beach ball tonight. There's your guy that is been your go-to guy all playoffs, arguably the best goalie in the world, and he comes out as flat as he did and is terrible with his rebound control. All night fighting the puck, just terrible. My question to you, do you think that affects his legacy? Get to the finals, and if he doesn't ever get back, is he remembered for, coming up flat in the finals?
One of the things that was being talked about on, I've been watching the series on Steve Dangle's YouTube live cast of the game, and one of the questions was asked there is who's the best goaltender to have never won a Stanley Cup, and where does Carey Price fit into that particular measurement? Names like Roberto Luongo were being talked about, and so on. And yeah, I think it does affect the legacy. I don't think necessarily fairly though. I mean, I think you can name some great goaltenders that and some great forwards as well that will be maybe remembered for not having won, but it's not necessarily fair. But that's what hockey.
Right, and let's face it, this team shouldn't be there in the first place.
Yes.
This team tonight looked like the team that played at the end of the regular season. Couldn't make a 2-foot pass, fighting the puck. You watch them. I watched intently in the third period and watched how many turnovers they were making, losing every individual battle. You know, if you're fighting for your life in the Stanley Cup Finals, you got to win those one-on-one battles, and they did not do that. There was a play on the boards tonight. Matthew Joseph got knocked down with 2 Canadiens players against him on the boards, and still the Lightning came up with the puck. Now, you got to credit the Lightning. They're a tremendous team. They're fantastic. The way they move that puck and the way they intercept passes, and they're just on it. But Montreal certainly didn't help themselves very much tonight.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that, you know, on any given night, you know, it's like the movie Any Given Sunday a bunch of years back. You know, something can happen on any given night. It can go the other way. But the difficulty is that Montreal would have to be on their best, and Tampa would have to have an off night. And playing evenly with Tampa is not going to be good enough, because Tampa's that much better. And that's not even what's happening. Tampa's playing better. Tampa's elevating their game, and Montreal is falling short. And I don't see how that equation can work.
Well, exactly. And you can see it in the Montreal Canadiens' body language tonight. When they got down those two early ones, you could see it just deflated them on the bench. Then Deneau gets them back in it with the goal of his own, and you can see them come to life a little bit. But then they cough it up and lead to another situation where they fall behind again. Even when Corey Perry scored late in the game, you know, it gave them a brief glimmer of hope. But then they got fumbling around with it and gave another turnover, led to the empty net goal.
Yeah. You said it a minute ago as well, but I want to just add to what you were saying there, that we can talk a lot about the where Montreal has fallen short, but I think we really have to also emphasize that Tampa Bay is they're playing a fabulous series, and they're proving themselves to be one of the strongest teams, I think, in the finals, probably in a number of years. And one play that really stood out to me tonight was the slap shot that Gustafsson took from the point. And, you know, it was just amazing. Seeing the replay on it was just incredible. Gallagher and Anderson were both passing in front of Vasilevsky. And they were passing in front of him at the moment the shot was incoming. Somehow Vasilevsky got his glove up and caught the shot, not even giving up a rebound, but he caught this shot, clearly blinded, and, you know, he simply anticipated where the shot would have to be going, despite having 2 guys passing in front of him. Phenomenal goaltender, you know, and there are lots of other players on Tampa Bay that can be credited, but Vasilevsky's just a dominant force, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think we give Tampa enough credit for how deep they are. They're just deep on defense, and they're deep on forward. You know, they got 4 lines that just keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. And Montreal couldn't adapt and adjust to that. Like I said, they didn't win any battles all night. And I'm a little disappointed with the guys that they brought in to be the leaders on this team. So they made a concerted effort last year in the offseason to bring in some size and scoring. They brought in Tyler Toffoli and Josh Anderson. Josh Anderson's been a non-factor. He's been just mediocre at best. Tyler Toffoli, is he playing? Like, let's go. Like, that's what you're brought in to do. You got to step your game up. And maybe it's a case that they just can't, because Tampa is so much deeper than they are. Now they are able to play over the cap due to the loophole in the rules, but they could put in a regular cap-based team and fit in under the cap and still beat this Montreal team by the way Montreal played tonight.
Yeah. Is Montreal... Double question here, Paul. Is Montreal just playing for respect now? I mean, they would have to know the odds against winning. One team ever in the Stanley Cup Finals has overcome 3-0. They would have to know that these are really, really long odds now. Are they just playing for respect? And if so, as a Montreal fan yourself, what would you need to see in order for this year's team to recover your respect in this finals?
I just want them to put in a good game. I think fans deserve to be treated to the best Stanley Cup final going. Now, we are seeing a tremendous Tampa Bay team. There's no doubt about that. And if you enjoy watching one team dominate another, then it's a great series. If you're a Tampa Bay fan, absolutely it's a great series. But if you're a fan of the game and you want to see a tight-knit series or a tightly fought series, I should say, this series is terrible. Like it's awful to watch because one team is so much better than the other.
1998 was the last time that there was a sweep in the Stanley Cup Finals. Detroit beat Washington 4-0 that year. If you had to take a guess, and I guess this kind of leads into our predictions for next game, do you think that this is going to be a sweep this time, or do you think that Montreal's got it in them to win one game?
No, it's over. They had this was their season on the line tonight, and they came up flatter as a fluke, as my mother used to say, and it's over. The series is over. Sorry, Montreal fans, it's over.
And what do you think the score will be next time? That final game?
I will say that it will be a let's go 5-2 win for Tampa.
All right, and for me, I mean, I started off this video with my confessional. I've been burned a couple times by Montreal, Paul. They let me down in predicting that they might right from the start I said Tampa was going to win this series, but I honestly thought Montreal would win a game or two. And at this point, I'm not seeing it happen, so I'm going to have to get off the bandwagon and say that I think it's actually going to be a 5-1 Tampa victory. I don't see. I think the fight's out of Montreal, and whatever they had in them is gone now. So 5-1 Montreal in the fourth and I believe final game. All right, I think we're running low on time here, Paul, so I think we're going to have to sign off. But viewers, thank you very much for watching, and be sure to check out, we're going to leave a link to our website in the description of the video below. Be sure to check that out, and we'll be give big thumbs up for this video if we'd really appreciate it if you enjoyed the video, and please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you would like to do so. And we'll hopefully see you on the next broadcast of our game summary, which might be the last one of the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, wishing everyone a good night.
It was a good run, Adrian.
That's right. Absolutely. All right, take care. Good night.
Take care, everybody.